Next week, we're going to be in New York City holding a major summit that not even a Southern governor could have pulled off. The level of Fortune 500 companies coming together to talk about issues as they relate to Southern Forest, to look at their supply chains, and to look at what are some strategies we can use to take our purchasing power and our green desires and turn them to real on-the-ground change for the forest and the people of the southern United States.
It's the Southern Forest Roundtable that we are doing along with the Environmental Paper Network, who's been a really good partner. And it weaves together all the work with the office supply sector companies, the world's largest retailers of paper, and then the customer companies who use paper to make paper packaging. And then we've also got the producers. So we will have Domtar and AbitiBowater and Columbia Forest Products, who are big buyers in fiber right out of these forests. So that brings together all elements of it.
It represents sort of the critical mass that we're building in the marketplace that's really starting to drive change. It gives us the ability to recognize those leaders that have taken action to protect southern forests, and it clearly, by default, identifies those companies who are not at the table at this point. You know, the packaging sector, to a large extent, is missing. They're not at the table in a big way at this conference. International Paper, the South's largest paper producer, in the South, is not at the Southern Forest Roundtable. They're not in a leadership position. And that is where our campaign is focused right now, is to get those people, within the packaging sector and in international paper, on board with taking a leadership role relative to southern forests.
Yeah, I hear you, and again, it's the same thing. Just as we act as the referee for what are good paper practices in the office supply sector, we're really doing the same thing. We've brought together companies that are, we hope, committed to making a difference with suppliers who are doing the same, and that's, I think, for us, that brings together a can-do attitude, which will focus on leadership, focus on change, and that people brainstorm about good ideas. And it's great. It's going to be a great trip. It's going to be really fun, and it's really the culmination of a lot of work this year.
Absolutely.